Hey everybody, welcome back. Today we're cooking some chicken Parmesan with stuff that I got from freeze-dried wholesalers. Alright everybody, welcome back. So this could be a very long drawn-out video. We're going to try not to do that. We're going to try and make it as fast as possible. And that's why I've rehydrated some of the items already that we're going to be working with today. And I figured this is a good experiment for me, as well as for you guys to see, just making some regular food with your food storage items. This happens to be from freeze-dried wholesalers here. Very, very easy to use. Everything was hydrated very simply. Even the cheese, I'm amazed at the cheese. This Parmesan cheese is awesome. And it tastes good too. I'd grab a piece. The penny pasta is fully cooked. All you got to do is stick it in water to hydrate it. Now we are going to heat that up in the sauce. The chicken has been nice and hydrated. I'm not going to touch that because I don't want to get raw chicken all over everything. But I am draining it here, as you can tell, because we're going to put it in oil once we bread it, and I don't want to get water in the oil. So I am going to be breading it in my kitchen. Okay, that's the only thing I'm not going to do out here because I don't want to make a tremendous mess out here with flour and egg wash and everything. My method is pretty simple. I put some flour on the chicken, toss it in egg wash, toss it in breadcrumbs. The breadcrumbs we're using today are from my storage when I rotated these out. These are just cheap Italian-style breadcrumbs from Walmart. The sauce we're using, again, canned sauce, really cheap. I am rotating the canned stuff out for glass jars, so I'm rotating this out even though it's not anywhere near expired yet. We're going to use this, and that's it. Real simple, basic food items that you can toss in storage inexpensively and use it with your freeze-dried food. So, let me go inside and start breading the chicken. And we'll bring you back. Once that's done, I'll bring you out, and we'll set up the stove, and we'll get to cooking our dinner. Okay, so the first step is done. I've breaded the chicken to give you a quick look at it. Came out really good. Didn't make too much of a mess in there. I didn't want to do it out here. It's kind of limiting for space. Even though this looks like a big area, it really isn't. And I didn't want to have flour and everything all over the place. So I just breaded them inside. But they breaded up just like normal chicken. I have strained them really good. Because like we said, we're going to put these in oil. And I don't want them to splatter all over the place once that water starts hitting the oil. So I have the oil on now. I have it really low. I'm going to be just frying them in that oil. And we're going to put them on here to let them dry off a little bit. Then I'm going to take the pasta, which is over here, put it in a pan with our cheapy, if you're a real Italian, you know this is horrible, but our cheapy little pasta sauce. Put the chicken in with it. Once that's warmed up, put some cheese on top, a little tin foil over the top, melt the cheese, and let's see what we can come up with. But first, I want to get that hot enough so that I can fry my chicken. So I'll bring you back once that's going and we got a piece done, and I'll show you what it looks like. And then we'll head out to making the pasta and everything else. Just a side note while we're waiting for that to heat up. A lot of people ask me about the shelf life of these bags, unopened and opened. So I wanted to give you a little bit of background. This is directly from the company. They guarantee the shelf life of all the products they sell for 10 years. They also say that the advances in multi-layer bonded mylar packaging that they use is likely to double that or even triple that easily if you just keep them out of direct sunlight. So basically, if the bag integrity is good, they're going to be fine. The only difference is the bags are a little more susceptible to rodents than, say, a tin can. So, if you keep these somewhere where you know there's rodents, you're going to have a problem. The biggest benefit for them in shipping these bags is they can ship smaller packages without fears of damages or denting or anything like that. And then a lot of carriers will charge them dimensional weight by size instead of actual weight. So they're able to offer free shipping worldwide because they put it in these bags. It's a little bit smaller, it's a little bit more compact and easier to do. Another advantage with using these bags is you can actually see the product through the window. So you just open up the pouch, see what it is, you zip the remaining portion back up, and you're good to go. Once you tear open the package and remove a portion of food, if you reseal it fairly quickly and keep the oxygen absorber in there, you'll have a shelf life drop from 25 years to approximately 90 days. The bags they use have their own zip enclosure, so it's easy to just zip the remaining portion closed. Now, if you have a vacuum sealer, you can vacuum seal these in your own vacuum sealer bags, and it will go from 90 days up to 5 years. So they recommend, to be safe, just use up the remaining portion in 3 months. I mean, it's not a huge portion. I had so far 4 pieces of chicken out of that bag, okay? And I have 2 pieces left. I made 3 pieces here, so that's 4, 5, 6, well, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 3 pieces left, I'm sorry. So that's 7 pieces of chicken in there. You'll be able to use that fairly quickly. So that's the deal on the shelf life. Just wanted to get that out of the way so people understood. As long as you keep these in a nice, cool, dry area with, not 112 degree temperatures, you're going to be fine with these. They'll probably last a good 25 years or longer. All right, bring you back when that's boiling. All right, it's close enough to get started here. I'm going to take a piece of chicken. You can see what it looks like breaded. Put it in there. And it's going. And I'm going to show you what it looks like when we finish up, because I don't think you want to sit here and watch chicken cook. And then we're going to set up the other side here with a pan, and we're going to put the noodles and pasta in to just warm up the noodles. They're already fully cooked, as you can tell, and I'm not going to eat those now because I touched chicken with them. But they're already fully cooked, so you'll be good to go with that. We're going to see how long this takes. Seems to be going along pretty good. Let me bring you up there and take a look at what's inside. So you see it frying away in there. Remember, this is raw chicken, okay? This is raw chicken, uncooked. So you want to be careful. You want to make sure it's fully cooked. As you can see on the bag here, freeze-dried chicken, uncooked. So you want to give this the same cooking time that you'd give, say, regular raw chicken. All right, let me let that go for a while. I'll bring you back when it's done and we got some more going and it's all finished up, and then we'll do the sauce. All right, so I got the other 2 pieces cooking in there. I have covered it because I don't want to get the splatter everywhere. Because I actually do work on stuff out here too. There's your first piece of fried chicken. Now remember, this is going to go in the pan with the sauce and the noodles and everything else. We're going to put cheese on it, and then we're going to melt it. We're going to go on that burner, do it a little bit lower because we don't want it to cook more. It's pretty well cooked right now. And as you can see, let's lift you up again real quick. Everything else is cooking away in there really well. That piece on this side looks like it's almost done. So I'll bring you back when all the chicken is done. We'll pull that off, and we'll start up the pan with the noodles and the sauce and the chicken. All right, new pan. Chicken's all done, as you can tell over there. I'm going to put this sauce in here. And again, we're just really warming the sauce and the noodles up. And there's your freeze-dried penne pasta. I'm going to turn the heat back on. These came out really good. I moved the oil off to another side there behind the camera. I can't dump that. I've got to wait for it to cool off first. Whoop. And we're going to mix that all up. Let me use the tongs. Just kind of heat it up. We don't want to go too crazy with it because everything's pretty much cooked. We really just are looking for the heat. Then we're going to move everything to one side, okay? And we're going to put the chicken breasts in, cover them with a little bit of sauce and cheese, cover the pan, and let it simmer for a little bit. And I'll show you what it looks like when that's all finished, but I'll also show you putting my stuff in there and covering it up first. One of the reasons I like doing this is that it gives you the chance to actually experiment with the stuff you're going to be using in an emergency. And that doesn't mean that it has to be all boring beans and rice. And with these packages, you have so many options. That's what I like about these. If I want to make spaghetti bolognese or whatever, or I can take some ground hamburger, throw it in with these and some sauce. If I want to make just chicken, with something else, I can do that. There's no set meals. There's no one thing only. It's not like a freeze-dried meal where you pour the hot water in, wait 10 minutes and eat it. You don't have a choice of what's in it. This allows you to have a little bit of a choice. And it allows you to be a little creative during a time where you might really want to be, because it's pretty darn crummy if you're going through your emergency food stash. So, let me finish this up, and we will put the chicken in. All right, I've moved you up a little bit so you can actually see what's going on in the pan there. We're going to take our first piece of chicken here and toss it in there. And I'm just kind of going to get sauce on both sides. And move all this to the side there so I can fit the rest in here. Get this guy in there too. Remember, if you'd like to use more sauce, by all means do it. I'm just going with what I got here. Let's get this last one in there. And it doesn't have to matter if the noodles are covered up a little bit by it. We're just warming everything in the same pan, so not really important. Alright, don't mind my fingers. I'm the one eating this, so... Okay, Now, I'm going to take my cheese. I made a little bit too much here, but that's okay. We'll use it for other stuff. And I'm just going to put it down on top of my chicken. Wherever my chicken is, that's where the cheese is going. The nice part about this is it feels like real cheese. It doesn't feel like it's all heavy and wet, you know. And we'll throw a little in there on the side too, since I made so much. We're going to cover it up. And I'll bring you back for the final point once it's all done. All right, here you go. It's done. And that's what it looks like. I moved everything away so you can get a good look at everything. I've got stuff put all over this room, cooling off. But this is what it looks like. Let me give you a look inside the pan there. So let's grab a piece of chicken out of here as best I can. There we go. Let's get some noodles. Probably should have used a serving spoon for this, huh? Okay, there we go. Let me get one more piece of chicken. Because you know I'm going to screenshot this. All right. And there you go. There's your dinner. Let me get a tissue and wipe everything up a little bit, and we'll try it out. All right, let's try it out, see how we did, because I'm just as concerned as you guys are. I'm wondering how it came out. Perfect. All right, try the noodles. Awesome. That is really, really good. And when you think about it, you know, think about your survival supply, your emergency food. Do you want to be eating nothing but junk food? I mean, canned food has its place. Canned meat, Spam, stuff like that. But every once in a while, wouldn't it be nice to treat your family to a decent meal? So, that's how I made it today. That is my chicken Parmesan with items from freeze-dried wholesalers. Like I said, there will be a link down below where you can purchase it. If you use my link, you'll get a 15% off with the code Iridium242. So you got to click that link right there, and you get 15% off your order. What I used today was the freeze-dried chicken breast, the freeze-dried penne pasta, and freeze-dried Parmesan cheese. This stuff is awesome, by the way. That's really, really good. And it melted nicely in there. And you see, that's all you got to do. Cover it up, leave it on a low heat, and it will melt nicely. Now, there is something else that we're going to be trying out later this week, okay? So if you're interested in this, check them out. I didn't want to do this all in one video because it would have been way too much, but they do have desserts. How would you like some freeze-dried cheesecake? There you go. Freeze-dried cheesecake, freeze-dried pumpkin pound cake, and freeze-dried pumpkin pie. And this is just a small amount of some of the stuff they have. So definitely check them out. I know what I'm having for lunch today now, because that looks too good not to eat. And I will get back with you. Don't forget to check out that link down below. Like I said, if you follow that link and you use my code, Iridium242, it'll all be down below. You can get 15% off your order. So don't forget to check out our other links as well. We have our Amazon affiliate store and our Thrive Life store as well. And that's why I'm a big advocate of saying get a little bit of everything. If you can do freeze-dried food, if you can afford it and stock it away, definitely mix your stuff up. Because you know what? I have freeze-dried tomato sauce from Thrive that I was thinking of using in this, and then I just figured, now I got to rotate that can out anyway. I might as well use it. So there's no harm in mixing and matching. But they have amazing stuff there. So I'm going to get off camera here and eat my lunch because this looks too good to eat. And I will talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to thumbs up if you like the video. Stay safe and stay prepared.